Start with your person. Dan? Dan, can you have a seat for me?
Please, guys.
Yeah, you can sit if that's better for you. If that's better for you. I'm just trying to make you a little more comfortable, okay?
To the responding officers, it looked like a textbook tragedy. A local woman dead by suicide. But Daniel Howard wasn't just a grieving husband. He was a former Idaho State Trooper, and investigators were about to realize he knew exactly how to manipulate a crime scene. Within hours, the suicide narrative began to unravel. Kendy Howard was a mother and a grandmother. She didn't want to die. She wanted out. At the bottom of the stairs sat her packed bags. Kendy was preparing to leave Daniel that very night. A divorce would cost the former trooper his pride and half of a $2 million estate. At the bottom of the stairs sat her packed bags. Kendy was preparing to leave Daniel that very night. A divorce would cost the former trooper his pride and half of a $2 million estate.
Curtis hit the floor. I didn't think it was a shot. And started watching TV, drank a beer, looked at my list, trying to think, I guess I lost track of time.
Then came the forensic bombshell. Forensic teams noted a distinct lack of blood in the bathtub. Water should have been stained deep crimson. Instead, it was clear. The medical conclusion? Kendy's heart had already stopped pumping before the gun was fired. The police uniform is meant to protect, but prosecutors argued Daniel Howard used his specialized state trooper training to execute the perfect murder.
Having the ability to read a crime scene and collect evidence also gives you the ability to stage a crime scene and not leave evidence. 3 questions. Who? Who had the opportunity? Well, Dan was the only other one in the house. Evidence will show you that. How? Who had the ability to stage a crime scene? Dan had the law enforcement training and experience needed to hide or leave little evidence at the scene. Why? What's the motive? Kendy was going to take half of everything in the divorce. $1 million.
Just a few nights before her death, it seems, he made his first attempt. Luckily, she had called her boyfriend while everything was happening, and he in turn called her parents, who then called police for a welfare check.
When you woke up, what was he?
Okay. Did he have anything in his hand, or did he say anything? Well, I don't know, but that's why I'm here. I'm here to hear both sides of the story and figure out. Okay? I get that, but when your safety is in question, it's not causing problems, it's protecting yourself, right?
In March 2024, after 3 years of waiting, the jury handed down their decision.
Count 1 is the defendant Daniel C. Howard guilty or not guilty of domestic battery? Guilty. Count 2 is the defendant Daniel C. Howard guilty or not guilty of murder in the first degree? Not guilty. Is the defendant Daniel Howard guilty or not guilty of second degree murder? Guilty.
I'm not that monster, I assure you, that people are portrayed.
Sometimes the nature and gravity of the offense standing alone is sufficient to justify a fixed life sentence. And that is what I'm going to impose here.
Daniel Howard thought his badge made him clever enough to outsmart the law. Instead, the very justice system he once served ensured he will spend the rest of his life behind bars.